Let's turn now to Andy Carvin, who is senior strategist at NPR, who's been reporting on Syria. Andy, you know, you've been following, I know, the Twitter sphere as well, and we're getting a lot of information out of Syria via social media. What have you been hearing? What sort of stories? The stuff that I've been hearing talking to Awa has been just heartbreaking.
Well, what you essentially see is a non-stop stream of butchery, and I can't think of another way to describe it. It's that horrific. Over the last 10, 12 months covering this, you get used to seeing a certain number of videos each day, but it's ramped up to a point over the last 72 hours that I haven't seen anything like this since the very worst during the Libya civil war. There are so many more civilian injuries, a lot more women and children getting hurt, and there are no basements in Homs and some of these other cities, and so literally they have no place to hide.
You know, let's face it, I mean, there's a lot of self-interest in the region. The Russians, for example, 10% of their arms sales go to Syria. They got a base there. They've got a lot of interest in not having the Syrian regime fall. But what are the Syrians themselves saying? A lot of them have literally used the words green light by Russia and China not signing on to what was really a pretty mild UN resolution. They feel that the regime's been given the green light to go on. And let's remember, it's 30 years since Assad's dad did the same thing in Hama.
I think green light is definitely one of the words you hear. The other one is abandonment. Time and time again, every single day for the last 3 or 4 days, I've heard Syrians through Twitter and YouTube and other mechanisms saying that they feel like they've been completely abandoned by the international community. You actually can feel them screaming in despair in their tweets, which you wouldn't think is possible, but by writing in all capital letters, it's amazing how much emotion can come through and the heartbreak that gets experienced from it. There's just no other way of looking at it. These people feel like the world has let them down, and they don't know what to do at this point.
Yeah, and of course, you know, it's impossible really to put yourself there, but this is a bombardment that is every minute of every day almost. The life there, what are they telling you about life there? I was talking to somebody in Homs last week, and they were telling me that it's just hard to get food, let alone medicine.
Every moment could be their last. There have been reports out of there that 200 to 300 shells are falling on a daily basis. If you add that up over the course of a day, you really don't have an opportunity to sneak out safely with a guarantee of getting back alive. And so there's no real place to hide. And there are neighborhoods that have already been abandoned. People are trying to find shelter as best they can. But the fact that you can go into certain parts of Homs and find absolutely no one definitely suggests that the impact that the government is trying to have has been successful so far in those parts of the city.
Yeah, no wonder they feel abandoned. Andy, thanks. Andy Carvin there.